These fucking idiots. Oh, are we on? Greetings, YouTube. LMS Tactical here. So, some people have been sending me some updates about what's taking place in South Africa. Mainly, or namely, I'm talking about the South African Communist Party, and I'm reading something here, protesting at the United States Embassy. Okay, and basically, these guys, you can see the video if you want. Just go to Twitter under the hashtag the Lord of the Media. I don't know who he is. His name's Sam something, but he's got the videos there. And these guys, uh, I don't know if they're EFF. I believe they're part of the ANC, but it's all one. They segregate into groups, but they're all sponsored and supported by the African National Congress. So these guys, I don't know if you can see it, but they're basically they're chanting in front of the embassy, "One bullet, one American." Now, those that don't know about all the genocide taking place in South Africa and against the white people there, that's what they always chant: "One bullet, one Boer, one farmer, one South African farmer," who are being slaughtered and tortured and murdered and raped, in over 80 a day now, while the world keeps quiet about it. Sorry about the shaky video here. So what is going on here? Now they want to bring it to us, and they're basically supporting what's the guy's name that got blown to smithereens? I can never pronounce his name. General Slakamakaki from Iran. So they have given President Trump. They wrote a letter and they gave him an ultimatum, which I still am trying to figure out what the hell the ultimatum is. But they have a list of demands. Basically, I'll just read this to you. So we are picketing here to protest against U.S. aggression in the Middle East, particularly against Iran, violations of international law, the killing of General Osam Salamanki, who was killed by U.S. instruments. I got pictures of the aftermath of that, by the way. They are fucking glorious. I mean, these are like detailed pictures, but you can't post them in here because the liberals will freak out. So here's what the list. The ANC, the African National Congress, has yet to formally acknowledge its participation in the picketing against the U.S. and Trump. Now, for you Americans, we give these assholes a ton of money. And what they do is this guy, what the hell's the guy's name? It escapes me right now. What the heck? Can I pause this? I don't know if I can pause this without getting in trouble. But they basically squander the money. They don't give it to the people, and they are a very racist regime. I'm talking about South African government, the ANC, and they like to keep a comfortable little plausible deniability between themselves and violent members of like the EFF and the Black Land Black First, and all these people that are out there actually doing the hands-on violence. They keep just enough space that if you're not very smart, you might be able to say, "Oh, well, maybe they don't know about it." They know about it and they support it. So here's the memorandum listed a number of demands calling on the Trump administration to engage in a dialogue with Iran for peaceful resolution of matters of common interest, including the lifting of unilateral sanctions. That ain't going to happen, especially not because of pressure from a bunch of racist communists that are stealing from the people in South Africa. That's never going to happen. Stop exporting wars. Well, stop fucking with us, and we won't have to go out there and break your shit. Respect the sovereignty of states in determining their own destinies. Respect human rights. That's a laugher. I mean, I get videos all the time sent to me through WhatsApp and stuff. I've got countless videos of people being beaten to death in the streets and like right in front of a supermarket with bricks. One guy literally thumbs another dude's eyeballs out. They burn people alive. I've got all these videos that people get to me that the media doesn't want to show. And these same assholes are talking about human rights. Now, they do this because of their own xenophobic beliefs. Whether they're killing Nigerians or they're, killing white farmers, it doesn't matter. They wouldn't know a human right if it came up and kissed them on the forehead. So that's a laugher. The South African Communist Party has given the Trump administration 7 working days to furnish to furnish a response to the list of demands sent to his email address. Or what? Let me just speak momentarily to you, ANC people, you EFF people, and all you people in front of the U.S. Embassy. You're known around the world as being a lot of loud talking shit talkers. I don't mean to be rude, but you're not very smart people. And that just history shows you're not smart. But you are fucking with the wrong president. You must be thinking that these are the Obama days. You know, you fucking break a window at the embassy and see what happens. I mean, the quickest way to end up with your friends, slala like a monkey, is to start threatening Americans. One bullet, one American. How about one drone? No more fucking ANC. You know, you're fucking with people in a country that is not even slightly intimidated by your weak, loud talking, murderous, criminal asses. That's just the way it is, okay? You guys don't make a pimple on the asshole of America. I'm talking about the ANC and the EFF and all these commies over there. You destroyed your own country. You had a beautiful country and you have a ton of resources, and you've let your own racist beliefs, your own ignorance destroy it. So for those of you not living in South Africa who don't realize that that was a first world country. Now that these assholes are in charge, it's a fifth world country. The African rand, I think, is worth about 7 cents to the dollar. That thing used to be right on par with the dollar. I think it was higher than the dollar in the old days. You know, now they're sitting there walking around on diamonds and gold and oil and every other goddamn thing, and they're living in squalor because Ramaphosa, that was the guy's name I was thinking of. Ramaphosa and all the other corrupt leaders are living in 16 different mansions with helicopters and whining and dining and living high off the hog while their own people, they can't keep the lights on continuously. They have to do what's like a rolling blackout. They call it load shedding, where you get power for 4 hours in this part of Africa or South Africa, and then it goes off. And then that's third world, man. And these are the people that are going to threaten Donald Trump and us? I don't think so. Let me tell you something, and I'll end it with this. I was actually very happy. As many of you know, my heart and my efforts are with the South Africans, trying to do what I can to alleviate their own problem living under these murderous commie tyrants, and trying to get people out that want to get out. But I actually was happy as could be when I heard that they were chanting one bullet, one American, because as much as I would hate to see any American hurt or any innocent person hurt, you know what? I've been trying to draw attention to South Africa for a long time, and it looks like these fuckers are so stupid, they're going to do it themselves. They're going to do the job for us. Because God forbid something happens to an American over there or these assholes attack the embassy. I'm going to be sad, but part of me is going to be like, well, my work is done, because these assholes that run around with their little AK-47s and cutting people's heads off and shit over there in South Africa, you haven't lived until you look up in the sky and see the 82nd Airborne floating down. And you may think you got China over there. China is using you to exploit you for your fucking resources that you're too stupid to fucking exploit for yourself, while your own government sells you out to China. That's what's going on there. If you guys are smart, you'd stop killing the whites, stop talking shit to Trump, and you'd start taking your own government back from these thugs that have disarmed you and now are whacking you in little groups at a time. You know, these people running around those red shirts, in a way, the more they behave like that, the quicker this problem will end. Because eventually, when you go poking around with a stick, you hit a fucking beehive. And Donald Trump is a fucking hornet's nest. And I kind of hope you guys poke it, because I want to turn on the news. And I don't like sending fucking American boys and girls out overseas to fucking get hurt and killed. But you know what? Like I've always said, some people need killing. Some governments need to be taken down. In South Africa, you need to get yourself on the radar, and you're doing a good job by your little dance there. One American, one bullet. You're not going to fucking pressure anybody into changing its stance on Iran. America loves the Iranian people. It's the government we can't stand. And you're no better. Your government there in South Africa are a bunch of cockbiters. That's all it is. A bunch of corrupt, evil, very ignorant people whose ignorance is so fucking right in our face. You can see it. You can see it right now. They steal from their own people. They lie up one side and down the other. Why America or anybody gives the South African government a dime is beyond me. The United Nations is useless. They should be over there right now protecting the white people, but it doesn't fit the communist liberal agenda to give a shit about white people who are being slaughtered and fucking tortured. But those days are coming to an end. And it looks like, thanks to these stupid idiots in front of the embassy, they're going to come to an end a lot faster. So let's keep our fingers crossed and let's hope that this escalates. I like escalation. It's a good thing sometimes. In the meantime, listen, all my brothers and sisters in South Africa that have to live under the hell of this fucked up, corrupt government that you got, stay strong, stay focused, keep your prayers going, and let's see what happens. Maybe this problem will solve itself with a little help from a drone or three. LMS Tactical, stay safe. I'm out.